So if you're new here, karibu sana. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel where you can get to watch more powerful and impactful videos. Also join us on the comment section, on the chat section. Chat us up. Tell us what you think about the topics of the day. What insights do you have about the topics of the day? What's your favorite meme for the day? And let's have an amazing time. So let's get into today's episode. And let's have an amazing time. So let's get into today's episode.
Welcome back. We are back like we never left. We apologize for the technical difficulties.
For the power struggle. We apologize for the power struggle. The Kenya power wameanua kunanyesha.
Wameanua stima.
Unaona mvua inaanza kuja, acha aanze kuanua.
Stima.
But we are back.
We are back like we never left. Okay, Mulingo, what umesemaje? We are back to the dating 101.
Yes.
By Joshua Joe.
Joshua Joe ametoka kufunza hapa when you're complimenting your girlfriend or your spouse, be specific. Kuwa retailed.
Yes, don't wholesale the beauty.
Ukiona anaangara vizuri unaambia your lipstick matches your dress ama your lipstick matches your earrings and you look adorable. Sisi kumwangalia unaambia unakaa vizuri. And then they always ask what do you exactly may stand out. Unasikia tu kumwambia wewe. But you know be specific.
I keep in the 2 hours and make aside alafu ambia you look good.
By the way,
you just
imagine
look
after 2 hours who does
good.
That? Let's round on to the 2 last memes. Firebrand, Joshua, to take it away.
I'll do the economy is bad. When last did you receive a book from Jehovah's Witness?
2019.
2019.
Mimi sijui nilipata hiyo kitabu lini.
2019.
I don't even remember seeing hiyo kitabu ya Jehovah's Witness. Naonanga tu imewekwa kwa stand fulani hivi when I was in KU. No,
they went digital actually, I think.
Oh, bless the Lord.
When last did you see Kamala?
I actually feel like that's a shade.
Vitabu ziko online.
You guys when last did you see Kamala Bible? The Kamala Bible.
Yeah, the Kamala Gideons.
Excuse us, be for free. Tunaomba tuna tutafute YouTube ama
Wow.
tunaomba tuna download app.
When them download Bible app.
Download Bible app.
Tafute Gideon.
Tafuta ka Gideon huko hivi.
Ati mkienda place mpreach watu wakoke wanaambia ni aje? Uko na Play Store.
But that happened, man. There's this mission. There's this place we went. I remember when I was in campus, and then after it all careered, and then there was promotional. If ukijibu a Bible verse, unapatiwa free shirt, and then kila mse hapo hivyo unaambia ukimanage kulogisha watu kwa hiyo online Bible app, unapatiwa shirt. Manzi wote tumefika hapo, tumeacha kupeana Gideons. Tumeacha kupeana Jehovah's Witness connect cards.
They have connect cards.
Una shout. Okay. Tufanye mwisho ya curfew.
So the picture ni karao na mtu wa mtura. The caption ongeza ingine bwana, usiogope curfew. And you can imagine arrogance ya karao kwa mbevo. Tamu. Ongeza bwana, usiogope curfew.
Okay.
Alafu akishakula atoke. Aende alafu sasa curfew akuje kushika wewe msa mtura.
Kwanza kuna siku nilikuwa nakula mtura na makarao wawili. One sikujua ni makarao juu walibadilisha mango zao, wamevalia matoda za blue, alafu ni usiku sasa wamevalia kijacket cha black. Mimi nadhani ni mtu normal. Unajua si kila mtu anavalia longi ya blue ni karao.
Actually true.
So mimi nakula alafu huyo akwanza juu alikuwa ameshika gun, akacomment nikasema akakula afu akaenda. Kumbe ameacha best yake hapo hivyo. Nikabaki nikicomment, kumbe sikizi makarao ni kiburi anakulanga mtura.
Na pia huyu karao,
Maneno kadao kaniambia hivi, huyu ni karao.
What your words?
I have never had one fake smile like that night. Like, mtura kweli. Mtura
mpaka unaanza kusema lakini kiburi ni mzuri.
Tukule mtura, ongeza ambao.
Kiburi iko tu sawa. Si ati
nitaka hapo nikijambia nisitwe. Wana nini?
Kijana kuja hapa.
Kijana kuja hapa.
Unaongea na nani?
Kafu inaanza na wewe.
Alright, so let's just switch to the topic. It's amazing to remember Zanakarao, so GSU. It's a whole fraternity. So on Thursday, the security detail of the DP was withdrawn. So the numbers, so what stood out for me was he had 71 before. So 21 for his official residence, for his private residency, for his Uasin Gishu home, that's the Sugoi home, 28, and his Elgon View home, 10. And then they were reduced from 71 to 27. So 21 for his official residence, that is in Karen, and then the 21 are supposed to be subdivided, and then 3 for his homes in Uasin Gishu. So how does this happen?
And why should it happen?
And they say that according to the police force, there's nothing wrong they did according to law. And these were people who they're from GSU, so there's a company, the G-Wagon, which is under the GSU, and they are trained to take care of presidential candidates, not candidates, people who are actually in presidency. So in this case, Uhuru and Ruto. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I am in a bit of a shock, in a bit of a disarray, because this is his safety. And I'm also thinking it's more or less like what happens to Bobby Wine. So like the same Ugandan politics, it's kind of like this in East Africa. So we are
It is what it is.
We borrowing tactics of manipulation and intimidation. For one, there's a risk of maybe we are looking too much into this. There's a possibility kulingana venye makara wanasema, they make it look as if you are looking too much into this, as if you are reading so much into this, that is unnecessary. But I think it's urgent that we address it saizi juu. If this is how an opposition team is being treated way before elections, what are the chances that you're going to have a kind of safe and conducive environment in 2022? This is master manipulation tactics. Like, why should you withdraw security from a sitting vice president? Simply because I go against the current government? And if that is the case, if you're completely, if that is the case that you're withdrawing because I go against the government, then that is also undermining democracy.
I don't think he's against the government. He is part of the government.
He is, but he's against his boss.
A few things. He's not against his boss. He
Thanks
actually
for correcting.
stated in one of the interviews that he has nothing against his boss.
It's policy.
It is just pure tantrum from the government.
Also, the government
it is just pure tantrum.
So this is tantrum.
This is just but nothing but a
withdrawing
tantrum.
50% of
It is
his
just
security.
nothing but a pure tantrum. It's the same thing that the president did to the judges, the ones who voted against the BBI. He refused to swear them in as judges of the Court of Appeal. It is just pure tantrum.
Well, they have pretty big
They have a
tantrums.
pretty big
I think-
tantrum.
I think
That's
if it's
what
a
we're gonna call
tantrum,
them.
this is a consequential tantrum. You know,
But you
Exactly.
know, there is one thing
this is
that
not in a tantrum. Yeah, your girlfriend, girlfriend. Usiniongeleshe, by the way.
But
This is
one
serious.
Yeah,
one
you just
thing
had to put a girlfriend,
that
It's fine.
Sakaja said is that if the government cannot protect or provide security for the deputy president, and then the people will. I don't know. Yeah, he said the people will. But I think it is wrong for the government to withdraw the deputy president's security.
For whatever reason.
For whatever reason it is, it's still wrong. It is just a tantrum.
Let's
I
hear
don't
Howard.
think
Do you agree
it's
it's a tantrum?
I think first I'll begin with what the DP said yesterday. He said that shouldn't be an issue. And he said if maybe the government saw, in quotes, there was need to have more security in another place or other people who needed more security, so that's why they took the security there. And then he said, even the APs, if
Kenyans will actually need it,
if Kenyans will actually, Kenyans need them, and they bring G4S to his home, he would still be okay with it, you know. But all in all, I know he was saying that just because he was trying to play safe
to recover his face.
Yeah, the whole of this issue. But I think the government has learned this tactic that if you do anything that is against the government, they withdraw your security. There was a time where the opposition leaders,
It happened to Soko as well.
the NASA principals, you remember that time when they were opposing the government very hard. They were going hard on the government. The government withdrew their security. Mudavadi, Kalonzo, and Honorable Raila Odinga, their security was withdrawn. So it's something that it's a tactic the government uses. Now, when you look at it keenly, you'll realize that the BBI failed, and it looked like the team Ruto won. You know.
Yes.
So
as a consequence,
we have to
actions.
for your actions, we have to do this thing so that you know that serikali iko na mkono mrefu, as they say. Yeah, the deep state, you know.
You know,
so
it's scary. Sorry for cutting you short. It's scary that we are now under 1 year, less than 1 year in some few days, notificate to next year's general elections, and you're having such show of might, such utajua sisi ndio wakubwa, such hii ni serikali, such statements, yes, such statements that come with umeona sasa umetuona, you feel us, tumekufinya, now you feel us. It's threatening for democracy, in that if at this point the DP himself anapata such power na bado kwa government, how much would it be in next year going forward? Will they also silence people who are against the government? Will they keep them in some certain areas? Unapata ameenda kupanga campaign mahali, and then anafungiwa huko, ama grounds inafungwa huko. We have also had this thing about Dennis Itumbi. I think he said that he was attacked by some people, and then his friend akapitisha message across all those who are part of UDA to take care, because there seems to be a silencing mantra going about. It's scary.
Actually feels like a cancelling culture, if you're against, and this culture being whatever they're perpetrating.
Yeah, and it's,
you know, the ideology is,
sorry to cut it short.
you cannot be in the government. No, you cannot fight the government and expect the same government to protect you. That's what
That's the
they
narrative.
say. Yeah. And if you notice, even when
politics.
the DP made calls, but they didn't pick his calls. You know, the juniors. So it's like you are officially in opposition.
You're officially in opposition.
Yeah. So
But you haven't
we're not
declared
hiding
it.
it anymore. BBI failed, and we're failing you too.
you know, according exactly, and you know, he doesn't have to declare. According to what some of the people feel, he doesn't have to declare he's in opposition. He only need to be against what the government is proposing, and that you'll be officially in opposition. And that's what some of the government officials feel. And that's the exact thing that happened when he was traveling to Uganda. You know, like you need to have he's never had a letter from the president.
For crying out loud.
Yeah.
For the past 9 years.
So yeah, so I think just trying to silence you and getting you to remember that we still have we are the government.
Yes, indeed.
We've had these complaints, not complaints. I think, let me just call them complaints from Ruto, that they're asking him to step down as the vice president and go on with the business of being officially an opposition leader. You are a government. You are the hand that slaps the face.
Yeah,
literally, you're this hand that keeps on slapping the face. But you just go off and be on another person's board and now slap, and then itaonekana you're really slapping. And now this trend tunaanza kupata saizi. Yeah, they're telling him in broad daylight, you guy, my guy,
resign.
You guy, my guy, you're not just part of the government.
You've already put your stand out there, so just carry it.
You are the hand that is slapping the face.
Yep. But I also think just the way for the first time, if you notice, it was for the first time the president and the deputy president came out openly
Yeah.
for the first time. You know, they used to say, even chini ya maji, anyone that wants to...
Let's use it quote unquote bedroom politics. So
Yeah.
they've now come to the sitting room.
Yeah, they've come to openly. They used to say, if you want to, anyone that want to resign, anyone that is opposing the government, but this time the president was so categorically that you cannot have your own cake and eat it. So
You have to choose a side.
yeah, and then the deputy president also went openly. I'm not resigning,
And I'm not stopping.
and I'm not. Yeah, I
But
have.
it's not the first time.
I'm calling
this
him
is
out.
happening. Hata
You see-
wakati wa Moi kitu ilikuwa
But this is the
inafanyika.
first time like there's
Yeah.
a whole flu. Oh yeah, but Moi's time was.
Actually, I
Kwa
think we
news
have.
ya saa saba wameachishwa kazi
But
mara
you see,
moja.
you see, actually,
Like,
that's the good thing with the constitution we have,
Yeah.
because the constitution made it clear that you are not a vice president; you are the deputy president. That's why we elected the president and the
Yes.
deputy president.
Right.
Yes.
So he cannot resign because he was
Right.
equally. Actually, they are
He was equally
was
elected.
equally elected.
It's a
Yes.
50-50.
He was
Yeah.
elected, not even nominated.
Yes.
He was
Yeah.
elected.
He
in
was
office.
elected. So
So
he
until
cannot.
his service ends.
So it's not
Right.
like they carried him through.
Yeah.
You know, like it was 50-50.
Yeah.
If I got in,
that's
also
why,
got in
and
by
that's why I
then.
think he feels a bit sidelined because we were elected equally, but now when we came in, the first term was good, it was okay, but now when coming to the second term, somebody, as he puts it, we were hijacked. The government was hijacked.
Right.
So, so he feels the handshake was the hijacking power.
To his detriment.
Yeah.
He was a victim of association.
Right.
Also, on a lighter note, on a lighter topic, so let's talk about the milk crate challenge. I think you've watched it I believe we've all watched it on TikTok.
I really want to practice it.
Must be nice.
He wants to
Must
cry
be nice.
over milk that there is spilled milk.
What would actually drive, because already the hospitals are full, or nearly full. And the last time I checked, to borrow Kamenegoro's word, I don't think NHIF has such in their list, in their list of issues. So I don't think there's nothing about milk crates. If you fall, if you get an injury because of doing a challenge, there's nothing like that stipulated in the NHIF. As we bring this discussion, as we talk about it and then bring the issue to a close, what do you guys think about it? Are we having a line of lack of wisdom? Are the millennials having, and I use my words very categorically, is there a lack of wisdom? Are they portraying a lack of wisdom?
To some extent, I'd say yes, because this is not the only challenge that has happened that is dangerous. You remember there were challenges such like the silhouette challenge. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
I remember
That was a terrible one, you see. And it was actually the young people, the teenagers, the young adults who are doing this kind of challenges. So I think there is ama ni kukosa kazi to some extent. I think it's good that they're back to school, so they can't do these challenges. No, but now they came back and found the great challenge they did. But we are glad they're back. But I think it is lack of wisdom in to some extent in some of these challenges. It is okay to do a challenge that is healthy, that is
Pulling is like now.
that is
Let them do it.
that someone else can be able to do. But if we are doing a challenge that is dangerous both to our health, to our mental state, you see something like to use the silhouette challenge, it could bring up some very weird characters into your DMs and I don't know. I'm just thinking about the silhouette challenge and I'm like, we are lacking. But I'm glad that TikTok decided to remove it from anyone who's doing the create challenge. Okay, upload inakuwa deleted.
Right.
At least there is that regulation such that you will not be able to do something that is dangerous and you want everyone to do. Lakini si watu walianguka. No one. Sioni kama kuna mtu alipita.
There are people who actually
Pete, and then if it were me, Peter, I'm like, who's creator now? But anyway,
Pun intended.
all puns intended. All puns intended. When it comes to whether this is a question of wisdom, mtu anajua. For crying out loud,
this thing is
when
plastic,
social
and this is milk crate. This is a soda.
social media has a habit of social media thrives on influence and on mediocrity.
Oh damn.
Evil to like influence and mediocrity.
Period.
We have some weird challenges. We've had some strange challenges. We've had some interesting ones. And when this one has become unsafe because people are not actually passing it. But if it was, it's true. If people were to have like soda crates, yeah, and no one is having these bruises, ingekuwa na trend mpaka saa hizi. I am not naive to the fact that this is a dangerous act. I am not naive to that fact. But we have adrenaline junkies. We have adrenaline junkies. Mtu ana skateboard and then anaruka all through from floors, like anaruka 10 steps. Anaruka 10 steps, anaanguka na magoti ama anavunjika mkono. We have adrenaline junkies that want these things.
Right.
We have adrenaline junkies that want these things that they are daring to them. But now we also have the irresponsible ones that they are not adrenaline junkies. They do not have NHIF cover. They do not have money to take them to hospital. They know it's dangerous, but they still want to do it. So the mediocrity and influence. Peer pressure imekupeleka hapo, and thank God imekuwa shut down. But I would want to try.
You would have wanted
After
to
you know
try.
this-
Honestly,
You
I
see?
would want to try.
Before you say, no, this is Kenya. You know, in the US, manyasi yao sisemi si kama manyasi ya huku. Lakini
Si hatuna nyasi.
Oh, okay.
Hata ile
Tuko na-
kidero ilitolewa.
tuko na kokoto.
Kuna kwa tunaweka chini down to earth.
So that's it, exactly. And then sunset and sunset sunrise. Alafu kwa hiyo leje kwa itasema ulikufa.
So,
If I'm being just-
I saw someone. There's this lady who did it with the stilettos, and she actually did it and she made it.
with stilettos.
Who's
Yeah.
greater now?
Who's creator now? Who's creator
She actually
now?
did it.
She's
But
the great.
I would say with the challenges, the challenges will never end. They will keep coming with new trends, new generation.
Right.
So just think.
Yeah, think. Choose.
Think.
Choose your battle.
Before you do any challenge, think through and see if just think on the other side. Yeah, if
the what
if
if.
it yeah the what
Yeah.
if it happened to the extreme, would you lose your life or lose your leg or lose your eye, your arms? I mean,
Especially ribs.
yeah.
Oh my God.
So be
People
careful.
lost
I mean,
I'd say keep your eulogy dignified.
because actually probably they won't die because
No, we're
the
not
challenge
saying-
won't
we're not
kill
saying
you,
anyone is dying.
but it will
Don't
make you
say
lame.
don't kill you. There are some people who might have internal injuries that might cost them their lives.
Yeah, but there are some challenges that have actually killed people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I think as Rev Joshua Joe has said, in this context, Rev Joshua Joe, pick your challenges wisely.
yeah.
Right.
There are some challenges that will expose your morality. There are some challenges that will expose your personality, your lack of confidence, and then there are those ones that will just expose how much you're taken by peer pressure.
Like Charlie.
Oh, like by the way, like Charlie. Like Charlie. You remember Charlie?
Yeah,
People like
Charlie.
the world is becoming demonic because everyone is suddenly taking to Charlie.
I love
Me, I was like, guys.
like Kenyans.
Oh, it was hilarious. It was
You know, Kenyans are like otis, so like fish up, alafu otis.
I tell you, Kenyans know how to make the best out of the worst things.
Out of the worst.
things.
Yeah, like the same thing with the Great Challenge. Walikuwa naleta meme ya ile kitabu ya primary math that has the spheres. Sisi tulianza kupanda Great Challenge kitambo.
Yes.
Wengi waliangukia hapo class 8.
Class 8.
Only that
Right.
Kenyans ilikuwa kwa hiyo maths that create was fatal manze. Hapo ulikuwa
That was fake bana.
the people are not recovering.
Anyway.
But choose your
especially if you the great challenge, if you ain't fit, please,
Please don't try
don't even
it.
try it.
Kuna mwenye alikuwa amefika.
I just say don't do it at all.
Yeah.
There was this the first guy he was
And we're not talking this so that if you've not seen it, go try and
Not
Okay,
try
bring the
this.
discussion to a close.
so
Finish your panel.
that is just me. I would really want to try it, but saizi sitajaribu.
Please.
I am not in a plenary
knew it.
to judge.
Tunakuheshimu sana with the
Actually
Bachelor
feel
of
like-
Science.
Actually feel like
No, no,
trying it.
the BSc.
I feel like trying it.
I feel like you too.
Yeah, I feel like trying
I
it.
feel like trying, and then I'll be like,
Because actually
This
there's that,
does not
actually,
stand for the views
there's
of
that,
I'll be like,
that
call me
feeling of
Daniel the Great. Daniel the Great.
This do not stand for the views
I,
of
I, I feel like I feel like
It's your kind.
I feel like I can
Yes.
go through this challenge. So I'm like, why shouldn't I try this challenge?
Okay, as you're thinking about it, remember you're a reverend and we have anyway.
It's okay. It's
As
okay.
he's talking-
I
Don't
said
say to
before,
non-social
before,
media
before, yeah, before,
So
before.
what?
But you already
I
said
said,
it.
I
The
said,
internet doesn't
think.
forget. Or you
I said anyone who should try the challenge.
But you know
Also,
the
I've thought about
But you
Think.
know thinking has
Yeah.
connotations though.
But you know, when you fall, it will be like the fall from grace.
to the crate, it will be the crate fall.
So as we bring this discussion to a close, let me start with the lady issue. What is your participation?
The great fall.
That is dope. That is really
the
dope.
great fall.
Well.
Okay, for me, my parting shot would be concerning the removal of the security from the deputy president. Okay, government, please just grow up. I think the government should just grow up and understand that at some point, not everyone will be on your side. You know, sometimes you might be working with someone, but in Africa Mahali, some of your ideologies do not necessarily are similar. And so you have to accept that in as much as we are together, some of our ideologies will not be the same. And the fact that my ideologies are not the same as yours doesn't mean that you have to now kunitenganisha or put me kando. So the government should just grow up and just focus on what's important. I think the president was clear in his interview last week when he said that what he's focusing on right now is the Big Four agenda. Government focus on the Big Four agenda, leave the deputy president alone and his ideologies. As long as he has said he's going to work, wacha afanye kazi. And concerning the Great Challenge, as everyone has said, I don't want to add much. Just think about whatever you're doing, because every choice you make, there has to be a consequence. Yes.
Kijana mtata.
Kijana Macrates. Kijana
The
Macrates.
creator.
The creator one. I am the creator one. Let me start first with the Crate Challenge. And all other challenges existing on social media, TikTok platforms, and some that we are planning to design. Human beings will forever surprise us. Let wisdom guide you. Let wisdom and your capabilities guide you. There are some things you do not you do not have to. That is one important phrase I've been learning myself. You do not have to. There's a challenge and you see it has these perils and you do not have to. It has 91 million people past it. You do not have to. You just do not have to. Do not feel the pressure. If you're an adrenaline junkie, I cannot talk you out of it. You know you have your insurance card. And I hope your eulogy won't be short. On the issue of DP and withdrawal of security, again I retaliate. This is, let's not form a precedence from this. Let us watch these trends as they happen right now, a year before elections. Let us appreciate the role of democracy in having an opposing view. And like she has said, government, grow up. Saying that out loud sounds funny, but it's actually what government should do. But also, looking into these matters, if I was in government and you have a hand that keeps on slapping you, either you tie the hand to the thigh, or you keep it in its pocket, or take it away. That is what the government is trying to do now. It's trying to it's trying to separate itself from DP Ruto. As a Kenyan, I am concerned. And let us watch the patterns. If the patterns keep on happening to everyone who is against the government, then we should be worried. However, I'm always optimistic as a Kenyan that we can have best. Let wisdom guide. Yeah, Gava, it's democracy.
My parting shot would be, we have a country to build and we have a generation to take care of. So let us not do things just because we have to revenge or prove a point, especially when it comes to matters security. So the government can do better than that. And then concerning the challenges, again, look at your body size, look at the strength you have in your body the capabilities before you try any challenge. On the great challenge, please take care so that you don't have a great fall. Thank you.
Thank you, family. It's always amazing to do this with you every Monday. On the Create Challenge, dare to be different. I am not against all challenges, but if it has anything to do with your well-being, I'd rather not. It has anything to do with your morality, I'd rather not, because the internet does not forget. It doesn't. In terms of the deputy president, when it comes to the government, I'm just waiting to see how this rolls out. I have an ear to watch, and it takes some popcorns as you see all these things roll out. But anyway, yes. However, I feel that democracy should really play a role, and across the board. That's my parting shot on that. Thank you so much for joining me for FNN Monday. Remember to use the hashtag Panelist Monday on all our social media platforms. That's JBN Television, Firebrand Nation KE on Facebook, and Firebrand Nation on YouTube. And once again, you can leave your comments if you're watching us on TV through 0722 510 870. And until next Monday, love God, love others passionately. God bless.
God bless you.
Hi guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you would like to join the Firebrand Nation movement, go to our website at www.firebrandnation.com, sign up, and someone will get in touch with you. Also follow us on our social media handles at Firebrand Nation on Instagram and YouTube, and Firebrand Nation KE on Facebook. Remember to love God and love others passionately.